Lotus seeds and roots are like the dynamic duo of the wellness world, Batman and Robin, only with fewer gadgets and more antioxidants. For centuries, traditional medicine in Asia has leaned on these two humble plant parts not only for food but also for healing. They don't show up wearing capes, but they might as well, because whether you're dealing with stress, blood sugar swings, or a heart that needs a little extra love, lotus seeds and roots always seem to have your back. What's even funnier is how quietly they've been doing this for thousands of years, while flashier superfoods like kale and quinoa hog all the spotlight. The lotus doesn't shout about its powers. It just patiently waits in the pond, knowing it will be rediscovered over and over again. Let's talk about stress first, because if there's one thing modern life excels at, it's producing frazzled, over-caffeinated people who desperately need to calm down. Lotus seeds have long been used in traditional Chinese medicine as a natural sedative, helping with anxiety, restlessness, and even insomnia. They contain compounds that gently encourage relaxation without knocking you out like a sleeping pill. Think of them as the grandma of snacks, soothing, reassuring, and always ready to tell you to take a nap. Eating a handful of lotus seeds, whether roasted, boiled, or tossed into soup, is like sending your nervous system on a mini vacation. You don't need a meditation app, you just need a bowl of these little pearls. Then there's blood sugar regulation, an issue that plagues millions worldwide thanks to diets full of sugary drinks and snacks that call themselves energy bars but are basically candy in disguise. Lotus root, with its high fiber content and low glycemic index, helps slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, keeping your energy levels more balanced. It's like having a traffic cop inside your digestive system, waving the glucose along slowly instead of letting it all rush through at once and crash your energy. The seeds, too, play a role in managing blood sugar, offering slow-digesting carbs and plant protein that help prevent those dreaded post-meal crashes. While donuts leave you slumped at your desk, Lotus quietly keeps you steady, productive, and maybe even cheerful. Cardiovascular health is another area where lotus seeds and roots shine. Both are rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and keep the heart calm and steady. Add to that antioxidants, which fight oxidative stress, and suddenly you have two plant-based allies that help reduce the risks of heart disease without demanding you run marathons or live on lettuce. Lotus root soups, in particular, have been part of traditional diets aimed at improving circulation and overall heart function. When you eat lotus root slices floating in broth, you're not just getting comfort food, you're literally spooning cardiovascular support into your body. It's the tastiest heart medicine you'll ever meet. What's especially charming about the medicinal uses of lotus seeds and roots is how seamlessly they slip into everyday meals. Unlike some so-called health foods that taste like cardboard or require expensive supplements, lotus can be delicious without effort. Roots can be braised, stir-fried, or simmered into soups that are both hearty and healing. Seeds can be roasted into crunchy snacks, ground into flour for desserts, or tossed into stews where they quietly do their medicinal work while pretending to be just another ingredient. They don't ask you to suffer through unpleasant flavors or complicated recipes. They heal you with flavor and beauty intact. And let's not forget the symbolic weight the lotus carries. In many cultures, the plant represents resilience, purity, and renewal. That symbolism feels fitting because eating lotus seeds and roots often feels like a reset button for the body and mind. You could be stressed, sluggish, or worried about your heart health, and then a meal with lotus somehow makes things feel balanced again. It's as though the plant whispers, "If I can grow beautifully out of muddy waters, you can get through your chaos too." That kind of encouragement doesn't come in a pill bottle. So yes, while modern nutritionists are just starting to sing praises of lotus seeds and roots for stress relief, blood sugar control, and cardiovascular health, these uses aren't new at all. They're timeless, tested, and still standing strong in kitchens and apothecaries alike. They're medicinal, but they're also fun, versatile, and genuinely tasty. The lotus doesn't force you to choose between health and pleasure. It hands you both in one graceful package. And really, how many other plants can brag about being dinner, dessert, and medicine all at once? The lotus can, and it does so with quiet confidence, still floating gracefully while the world rushes around it.